All right, we're starting off in our crossbred offering. Be lots 11, 12, and 13. Be two different litters. The 120 litter and then the 121 litter. We'll just start off with the 120 gilt that Austin's got on there, the off-belted gilt. She's 120-4. This would be a gilt that's sired by Safeword. Board that we've had a good amount of confidence here in the past couple seasons here, and adding that heaviness of structure and body and rib shape, and still if you get them good looking enough, which she is, I think those hogs feed extremely well. Her mother would be a Teen Spirit gilt back on a sow that goes back to the Lizzie line that was successful for us in partnership with Trace Amigos there, Scott Garland, Garlish raised gilt, and one that's done a nice job for us. Her mother raised the grand overall gilt for Jeff Rodeball family there at the Midwestern this past summer. The mother of this 120-4 lot 11 gilt. So that sow's been good for us. We mated her a little stouter, a little burlier. We think this gilt can feed into a really good mature breeding gilt. Awesome head and neck. Proportions are good. Shape's good on the top side. Extremely heavy structure, and then still one that's up about her pasterns. One with a good hip and hind leg in terms of squareness going away. Once she just bulks up, and she will, a gilt that's going to be very competitive on down the road as those have fed out of that particular sow. So a gilt that could be fed for an earlier market hog, or you're going to feed her for a big breeding gilt. We think she's kind of dual purpose both ways. The 121 litter are going to be the other two, be lots 12 and 13, a barrow and a gilt in this litter, and we think a litter that's really good. We sold some litter make bigger barrows in our last sale that sold extremely well. Sired by the Keep It Real boar, which is the Autry purchase, Provoke Son. This would be our first litter out of him, and a very good litter. We sold 4 in the last sale, and we're going to sell 3 in this sale that weren't quite all the way ready, but we think those Keep It Real hogs add the structure and bone we like to see. Mother's a bucket list Skywire DJ Moyer, so that sow line's been pretty solid for us and mated to Keep It Real. We think it worked extremely well. Lot 12 would be the 121-5, the blue barrow there. There's a barrow that we think gives you a good look on the side for a burlier made hog that's still great about his top shape. He opens up square coming at you, leaves you with a big end, and one that's going to maintain some moderation and still going to maintain that muscle with having a good look. He can be fed into that July-August setting. Just looks like an easy keeper to us. He's flexible, he's square, he's heavy structured, he's got the shape and muscle you're not going to have to wait on, but still in a good looking kind of a package. This 121-7 belted gilt to be lot 13. This gilt here we think is pretty special. She's always stood out in the nursery, and one that's is as heavy structured as you can make one. Wasn't quite ready enough. It was a smaller pig in the litter, but man, I think she's going to be ready early in April. She's going to be awesome on down the road. If you're talking about July, August, June, whatever you want to do, because she is heavy structured. She is awesome in terms of her center body. She opens up true coming at you, square going away, impeccable about her hip and hind leg, and one that's still long about her neck but stout about her forehead. Kind of a rare combination. We think this gilt fits a market, a breeding setting, with a very unique breeding piece with some resale value at the end. So 3 pigs we like a great deal, a little different in their endpoints, but the 120 litter gilt and then the 121 barrowing gilt we think have very bright futures.